Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of the new book, Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, the Integration of Body, Mind, Soul, and Spirit. I'm also the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love. These are available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video thumbs up. I do readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, life path and purpose, twin flames, romance, general readings. You can book that at my website, fondinwellness.com. Today, I have a special promo code out for our Twin Flame Divine Feminine boot camps, number 1 and number 2. It's $50 off one of those boot camps of your choosing. You can go to the links below, and if you go to the community page today and the posting that I posted today, there is that promo code, which is fall offer. This is the weekly Twin Flame Tarot reading, messages for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and the couple. Today is Monday, November 9th, 2020. How are you doing, Twin Flame? This is a much easier week, astrologically speaking. From now, Monday, November 9th, 2020 through Sunday, November 15th, 2020, which is the new moon in Scorpio. And in fact, Mars, the planet Mars, turns direct on Friday the 13th, which is this Friday. So things are moving forward in a much better way with the universe and the planets than they have been in a little while. So this week should feel a lot easier for you than what has been felt now that Mercury is moving direct. And also now Mars on Friday will be moving direct. We're going to say a prayer over the cards. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Twin Flames, Guardian Angels, let this reading be of the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to everyone involved. Archangel Michael, stand guard, casting away any lower energies with your sword of light. Romance angels, Twin Flame angels, please help Twin Flames to understand the Twin Flame energy for this week starting Monday, November 9th, 2020. We're gonna pick for the goddesses first. We've got the angel tarot cards here. I've also got the daily messages from your angels, so we'll see what comes up and what messages they bring to you today. So this is for the Divine Feminine Collective. Angels and guides, Divine Feminines, Guardian Angels. What do Divine Feminines need to hear this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whenever you are viewing this? And we're going to pick from the daily messages here. So this is for Divine Feminine Twin Flames. Daily messages from your angels. And now we're going to pick for the Divine Masculines, Divine Masculine Collective. Divine Masculines, Guardian Angels, what does Divine Masculines need to know for this week to learn and to grow? Okay, and we're gonna pick from the Oracle deck as well. Divine Masculine energy. Now we're gonna pick for the Twin Flame couple. The Twin Flames in this collective, Twin Flame Angels and Romance Angels, Twin Flames, Guardian Angels. What energy are they learning this week as a couple, as a collective, together? And now for the Oracle. Let's see, Twin Flame couple, what is their energy for this week? Excellent, okay. So we're gonna now pick a romance card for the Twin Flame couple as well, Romance Angels, for our beautiful Twin Flame couples out on Earth. And whoever tunes into this video, what is this romance energy for this week? And we're going to pick a message of love. This either confirms, solidifies, or slightly changes the meaning of the romance message that comes through. So Romance Angels help Twin Flame couples understand exactly what they need to know in the romantic energy for this week. And now we have the Hidden Truth Oracle, which are messages from Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine for this week. If they could say anything in their heart space, what would they say? What might they say? Some of them have been silent. Some of them have been speaking a little bit. Many have not been as forthcoming as divine feminines would like them to be. Divine masculines, what's in your heart? What is in your heart that you want to tell your divine feminines, divine masculines? What's happening? Okay, let's start with the divine feminines. Yes, this is beautiful. This card, actually, the Unity card, has come up quite a bit. It's come up quite a lot for not only divine feminines, but also for the couple. I'm thinking it's come up at least 2 to 4 times in the past several months. So the Unity card keeps popping up. This means that divine feminines are ready for this unity with their divine masculines. They're ready and willing and able to work things out with their divine masculines. They're ready to make compromises and work out their differences. And I love the energy from the Oracle deck that comes with it, which is giving and receiving, the law of giving and receiving. And it's really beautiful because as part and parcel of this divine feminine energy that is balancing out, divine feminines are learning how to receive, which is a really big part of unity when it comes to the twin flame couple, because many divine feminines, you might be included in this, guys. Many divine feminines have had a hard time learning how to receive, and especially learning how to receive love. So the balancing of this giving and receiving energy, divine feminines, is creating the will, the desire, the movement toward unity with your twin. When you learn to balance giving and receiving, not just giving all the time or moving towards your divine masculine all the time. I love this because we have more confirmation of the twin flame journey with the divine masculines, and we have more confirmation of the balance, the giving and the receiving. I love this. So we have literally the balance card, which in traditional tarot is the temperance card. It is one of the cards in tarot that I personally consider to be a twin flame card. It's the yin and the yang, right? It's yin, it's yang, it's water, it's fire, it's female, it's male, and that's what temperance is. It's being able to balance out those energies, the duality, the opposite energies. This is from divine masculine, and this is life purpose, and it's saying yes. Yes, divine masculines, this is your life purpose. Don't run from it anymore. I know a lot of them aren't running from it anymore. They know. And the universe is saying, divine masculines, this twin flame journey, this management of divine feminine, divine masculine energy within yourself first, and then with your divine feminine twin flame, is your life purpose. It's about balancing these energies. It's about staying in the positive of these energies. And it's about serving others through this perfect balance, which can only come through divine love, because it certainly doesn't come through in ego consciousness. As I speak about in this book, there's a big chapter on overcoming the ego. But it's not through ego consciousness that divine masculines are balancing the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, the fire and the water. It's through their higher spiritual self and their balanced chakras and their balanced self that they're able to bring forth this serving attitude with unconditional love to the planet, because they have been balanced. And it's wonderful. I love this. And I like this a lot because we have been speaking a lot in the past several weeks about, I love this message so much. I love it because we know intuitively as twin flames, we really know that in the sense of a Disney fairy tale, such as having the happy ending and they lived happily ever after. We know that doesn't exist in the twin flame connection. We know that we have come to this unity. We've come to this unity through really hard work, through a lot of turmoil, through a lot of healing. And we know that it's been messy and even the reunion is going to be a little bit messy. And why is it going to be messy? Because of all the things that happened before. It's not going to be as a clean slate as we had really hoped for. It will be if you're willing to forgive, but there's still this messiness that you're both going to need to sort out just a little bit in order to have that clean slate. You have to just forgive each other and explain a little bit of what happened and be honest with each other and open up with your feelings and be really vulnerable. And that takes a lot. It takes a lot of inner strength. It takes a lot of spiritual awareness. It takes a lot of getting rid of ego consciousness in order to do that, because we have, and I'm gonna hold these up together, we have the Ace of Air, which is about our new beginning and the opportunity to forgive. We have the new beginning with an opportunity to forgive. The new beginning is definitely coming, you guys. It's really coming. We have seen this for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And some of you have already started a new beginning. Some of you are in the middle of starting a new beginning. Some of you haven't heard yet and you will be having your new beginning. But I know it's on its way, it's coming. And the Ace of Air, the Ace of Swords, is about a new opportunity for a new beginning. It's also about a new opportunity that may not be as smooth as you had hoped. It may not be as romantic in the way of just your prince coming to you and sweeping you off your feet. For example, to go back to the Disney fairy tale example, it may not be as simple as that. It probably will come with a lot of tears, a lot of asking for forgiveness, a lot of giving grace and compassion. So it's not going to be as silky smooth as you've been anticipating or dreaming of, divine feminines, necessarily. But this means the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Air, also means that you may not give up. You may not give up. It means that you need to stay the course, even if it's hard. You need to stay the course, even if moving through the forgiveness, moving through the hurt, moving through the explanations of what happened, even if it takes a while, even if it takes like several different conversations, it still means that you are not to give up. You need to stay the course. And I love that as this true message of unity, this true message of reunion, this true message of a new beginning. I'm always more skeptical when twin flames have this vision of the reunion being just the happily ever after. It's just Cinderella in the castle with the prince waving to everyone from the balcony, because honestly, that's not real life. There can be moments like that in real life, and certainly there are moments like that in real life. But what Divine Masculine has learned and what Divine Feminine has learned with the giving and receiving and the balance is that life is about balance. Life is about taking the good with the bad. It's about taking the happy with the sad. It's about taking the ugly with the pretty. It's about taking everything and accepting everything as it is and learning from things that you might not want to learn from. It's just like in wedding vows. So one of my favorite shows that I have currently rewatched, or I'm in the midst of rewatching it, is Disney Fairy Tale Weddings. Speaking of Disney and fairy tales, but hearing so many couples exchange vows, and that's literally what it says. It's like, I will be with you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, in hardship and when things are good. Like, it's the opposition. It's being there no matter what. It's sticking through it no matter what. And that's what we're learning here. We're learning to have the spiritual fortitude to be able to manage these opposing forces, to manage these opposing energies, and to move forward together to raise the consciousness on the planet, to come together in unconditional love, no matter how hard it is to love someone unconditionally. You can intellectualize unconditional love and say, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. But the unconditional love comes when things get really hard. When the person doesn't say, I love you. When the person doesn't say, will you forgive me? And you forgive anyway, and you love anyway, and you say, I love you anyway. That's where the real stuff comes in. But look what we have here. I love it. We've got two cards that reflect outcome and this sense of humility. This sense of humility in the recognition that I know where our goals need to move toward. I love it. So the first card that came up was the wedding card. And I believe that divine masculines and divine feminines, both of them, know that this union is coming, this marriage is coming, this unity is coming. Because what does a wedding represent? It represents unity. It represents taking the vows of exclusivity and commitment. It's more than anything else. It's that commitment to one another. It's that commitment to each other. And that is so incredibly beautiful. And when I read the next card, that is the regret card, I really believe that this is not saying that this is not going to happen. What this is saying is that whoever is in regret, it could be divine feminine, it could be in the divine masculine, but whoever is in that regret energy is saying, I'm sorry I closed my eyes to this. I'm sorry I closed my eyes to love, to unity, to what the outcome for us is. I'm sorry I pushed you away, and I'm sorry I pushed our love away. I recognize that now, but I am so sorry that I did it. But I know you're my person. I know we're supposed to be together. I know that the choice is not even a choice. The choice is that we must be together. And that is something that is bigger than the both of us. And that is what, oh my goodness. As I mentioned for DMs, that in this collective that I am reading for, and I just know this based on your feedback, in this collective that I am reading for, many of you have already received communication, and some of you have received on and off communication. And then there are some of you who have not yet received that communication. And I really want you to know that part of the divine masculine yang energy, their fire energy, the solar plexus energy that they must remain in, but in a positive way. Because there's negative yang energy and there's positive yang energy. Just as there is positive yin energy and negative yin energy. The divine masculine, in finding this balance between the yin and the yang, between the fire and the water, they have to heal their yang solar plexus energy. They need to heal it so that they can move forward fearlessly. And we have some of these DMs that said, I am afraid to contact you. And sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So some of these DMs are just not necessarily yet in their full-on yang, positive, moving forward with fearlessness energy. And it's coming because of the balance, right? It's coming because they're recognizing that to stay in positive yang energy, they need to have that balance and not be all fire and no water, and that it's okay for them to move forward fearlessly. And it's something they need to learn, and it's something they need to learn on their own. It's not something that the Divine Feminine can do or push them into, because Divine Feminine's job is to stay in the receiving energy. Many Divine Feminines, I know because I talked to you, many Divine Feminines have been doing both. So they've been kind of in receiving energy, mostly in giving energy when it comes to their DMs. And you really need to, as a Divine Feminine, stay in your receiving energy. Let the Divine Masculines move forward, reach out, find their inner fire with that balance so that they can move forward towards you and stay in their own masculine energy, which is action-oriented as they move forward. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, well, isn't that kind of outdated? Isn't that, crazy? The answer is, it's not outdated when you think about the learning curve of what the DMs and the DFs are learning in this particular lesson, in this particular collectivity. The masculine energy is being transmuted and transformed so that it's not an aggressive energy, that it's tamed. It's tamed and it's formed so that it's contained, but it still moves forward. It's just not like a wildfire, like the wildfires we've had in California, just kind of like spreading everywhere. But it's contained and it's tame, but it still moves forward. For so long, masculine energy has been equated to be more aggressive, and you can have great yang energy without it being an aggressive energy. And that's something that Divine Masculines are learning to do. And the Divine Feminine is learning inner power through receptivity. And I speak a lot about it in both books, in Twin Flame Romance and Heal Yourself, also in Chakra Healing. And it has nothing to do with gender. It has nothing to do with traditional roles. It has everything to do with mitigating these very active forces and being able to put little boundaries around these forces so that we can bring the planet back into balance. We can bring ourselves, obviously, first and foremost, back into balance. And that's what this is about. Stay patient, Divine Feminines. This is coming together. Again, some of you have seen the rewards of this. Some of you have already had contact, and some of you haven't, but rest assured, if this reading and the other readings that I have been doing for weeks, if they resonate with you, then obviously this is for you. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for sharing this video with others, and thank you for supporting this channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can also pledge your support on Patreon, www.patreon.com/MichelleFondin, and I will see you in the next video.